Hello everyone! We are live for the FIDE Online Olympiad 2020 and I'm Alessia Santeramo. I will be the host of this event and I'm so happy to do this with another amazing host, the Grandmaster Roland Prusers from Netherlands. And hello, how is going, Roland?
Hey, Alessia, everything is going fine. I'm also glad to be here, of course, doing commentary with you. It's been so long since we've done this together, so
Yeah,
very happy to be doing this with you again. Yeah, and actually, it's a big event that we're hosting right now, isn't it?
yeah, there are overall involved more than 1,000 players, about 1,500 players. And we have here an amazing cards. What is the Online Olympiad? So, yeah, it's a truly worldwide event featuring 163 teams and over 1,500 players. As you see, I was prepared from around the world. Teams are split into 5 divisions. Today we will be hosting the base division, so the first 3 rounds of the basing division, according to the strengths, of course. And in each divisions they are divided into pools. Today we will have 3 pools, pool A, B, and C. They are all part of the base division. Each team features 2 open boards, 2 women's board, 1 junior male board, and 1 junior female board. So basically, it's a multi gender and also age team. So, what do you think about this new format? Well, it's like making 3 events in one: the open, the women, and the junior. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it very much. It shows exactly where a country is in states of potential for the youth and also the strength that the country has on the adult level. And I also like how they did it, everything with the divisions. So basically, what today we're starting with the lowest division, and on the days after this, we're starting with the more bigger divisions.
Mm-hmm.
And in this division, they can qualify for the next division. It's so complicated actually to explain this right now. So we'll have, of course, some information for you guys ready. Feel
Yes.
free to read up on this in the meantime. But basically, in this division, they can earn a place to go to the next division. The top 4 teams will qualify in each pool.
Yes. And we have right next to the board, we have always a reminder for the format. We are going to provide to us today the first 3 rounds of the base division. So we will be basically be live the whole day. It was first of all pool A, then pool B, then pool C.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned. We are going to.
It's gonna be a long day of events today. So like you said, today we're doing Pool A, and later today you will find Pool B and also Pool C. So today we'll be focused on Pool A, and yeah, I'm very excited to see which team will do well in the first 3 rounds. So actually we also need to mention this, of course. So there are 10 teams in each pool.
Yes.
It's so complicated. I have it all in my head, but for the new viewers, of course, it's very hard to understand. So once again, feel free to read up, and so 10 teams in each pool, and 4 teams will qualify. And today only 3 rounds, and tomorrow and the next day also 3 rounds, so 9 rounds in total. Hope that makes sense. I'm doing
Mhm.
my
I understand. I understand. Don't worry. So I have here, luckily, I have some very nice cards. Let's show up the schedule like this. Everyone can see what we are doing. So basically, today we will be hosting the first 3 rounds, as you can see, of the base division. Actually, we will be live also at 2 p.m. Central European Time and at 7 p.m. Central European Time to also the poll B and C. So same division but different polls. Same first
exactly.
3 rounds.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do Pool A, and yeah, there are 10 countries participating. countries that I personally had to look up at some point. That's a very nice geography lesson for me. Yeah,
I
and players that I also have never heard of before, but it's always nice to, of course, discover new talents, new amazing players that we haven't heard of very often. So, not the biggest players at the moment. No Carlson, no Geary, no Caruana. It's just, uh, yeah, players we've never heard of before. So, let's dive into them, shall we?
yeah, maybe we will discover new talents.
Yeah.
We have right now next to the board, like this, everyone can see the teams that we will be playing during these first 3 rounds. I'm happy that also Roland said that some of is a challenge for the geography point of view, because it is a challenge for me as well.
Yeah.
And I'm already sorry if I will mispronounce some of those country. I'm very sorry. I hope you won't ban me from your country.
Same here, actually. So yeah, we should talk maybe about the favorites of this pool. Yeah, who do you think has a good shot to promote to the next division now, Alessia?
Well, this is a very good questions. I would have to look at players. I guess there are some strong players. Um, but I don't. I'm curious to see the games. I don't have a clear idea. Do you have one?
I have a little bit of an idea. I had some time to look up the participants, and it seems to me that the big favorite in this pool is actually the country Myanmar, who
Uh-huh.
has actually the only 2,500 player in this pool.
Oh.
So, and also their second board is quite strong with 2,300 player. And yeah, the rest of the boards are also pretty decent. So I'm very sure that they have a big shot at promoting to the next division. Yeah, other countries, Fiji is an interesting one. They all have rated players. That's something we also have to mention. Some of the countries actually have players that don't have an official rating at
Oh.
this point. So yeah, and some countries are also very small with not a lot of inhabitants in general. So yeah, but to me the big favorite is the country Myanmar, and actually they're playing against Brunei Darussalam, a country in the north of Indonesia. It's actually on the island where Borneo is situated, but it's a small country very close to that. And they also have a pretty decent team. So actually, we have sort of a face-off in the first round already. Brunei, uh, Darussalam, excuse me, against Myanmar. Yeah. So I think that's the interesting first round battle.
That's good. That's good. And yeah, for me, I was impressed that you know exactly where this country are, because I don't have a such a clear idea. So I know that whatever question about geography I will have, I will ask
Oh no,
Roland.
no, no. This is one of the only ones I know. So
I guess
yeah.
your
Well,
GM is not Grandmaster but Geography Master. Or
exactly. Actually, yeah, that's my secret title. Actually, yeah.
okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
All right, so guys in the chat also, you know who to ask for any question about these countries, the capital, the main city, the government. This might be a bit too much.
All right, so maybe we should take a look at the games, and actually, we should probably also mention what the time control is.
Yes, let's go. I guess we don't have still a link for all the games, so let's go
Okay.
on the format. Like this, we see what is about. So here we saw already what is about. As Roland mentioned, the top 3 teams of each poll advance to the next division. Actually, for the base division, there are 4 teams from each polls advancing, so there are a bit more spot. Okay, the format. So there are 2 stages, the stage 1 and the stage 2. The first stage is about the division exactly, and every time there are 9 rounds round robins, and the three best, in this case four, will advance to the next division. The stage 2 will be between the top 12 team. They will be facing in a KO duel of two matches, and if this won't be enough, they will get to an Armageddon. The
Yeah.
time control will be 15 minutes plus 5 seconds, so it's a bit shorter comparing to the nation online event we had 1 month ago.
Okay.
And we have the time control was like 25 plus 10 seconds, so a difference. And yeah, the scoring is a bit different than usual, but basically no big change, because the win means 2 points, draw 1 point, and loss 0. So the teams will just collect a bit more points.
Yeah, it's all about the points, of course. If you gather the most points, then you advance to the next division. Yeah, so yeah, like Alessia said, we are now in stage 1. So more or less in the wow, that's a hard word. The preliminary phase. So yeah, and of course this is a really big event with a lot of countries involved. So at some point we will move on to the prize. This is more or less, where people can of course win the medals. And well, we are still very far away from that. It's a month of time that this event takes place. So we have a long road to go, and actually this is only the first day, and this is actually also the first games that are going to be played. So
yes,
yeah, a lot of chess fun ahead of us. So everyone keep an eye on this Twitch channel to keep posted on what's happening in this event.
Yeah. And guess what? We just got a game. The game has been started, and yeah, we have a lot of game actually. Roland, do you have them as well? Do you see them?
I see the game, and exactly, yeah. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the
You read on the side.
flags. I need to find the flags. Where are the flags?
Here.
Yes, it's Myanmar. I knew it. It was my first guess, but yeah, exactly. So we are now looking at Myanmar, and Myanmar has actually the only player that has 2,500 player in their team, and that is the game. That's the player that we are looking at right now. And yeah, no surprises. It seems he is doing very well. He has a exchange up in a what seems to be like a accelerated dragon opening, and black's doing absolutely fantastic. An exchange up probably with the move b5 at some point will open some more rook files, and I'm pretty sure that this game is more or less already over technically.
Do we want to have a look how black did win this exchange?
Sure, absolutely.
So let's see shortly the opening.
Okay.
As you
So
predicted.
no,
I
it
was a bit
not.
different.
A bit different, yes. It's the bishop b5 Sicilian.
Yeah, but it's so tricky because it's so similar. The only factor that could bring to this line would be the lack of the light colored bishop.
Yeah. And yeah, white usually prefers to have the bishop on the board because in these type of structures, white has a little more space, so more piece play, while if black has another piece in his position, then he will be struggling with movement in his position. But it's a choice. You can also play this, of course, without the bishops on the board, still play for a space advantage, and then see how it goes. All right, so we are not yet to...
So this is this classic Marok-Sip, no? The structure with c4, d4 that gives white a bit more space, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. And what black wants to do is to blow the position open with, for example, a b5 move, or maybe even a move like e6 and d5 at some point. While white wants to keep control, keep a space advantage, and try to pressure black either on the king side or on the queen side, depending on how black is playing. So basically, white wants to keep control, and black wants to break open the position.
Good. So mostly to break is over b5 with b5 or d5, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So here
Okay.
we have some more moves.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a nice trick. That's a nice trick. Yeah.
oh, nice that we saw this because it's very typical this trick in the line, no?
Yes, it's something that you have to be careful about. Yeah. So usually, white plays the queen away from d4 to make sure that such a trick is not available.
Yeah.
For example, queen d3 or queen d2. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
instead of b3, just queen d3 would be a safe position for white.
Yeah, it would be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a position after this. But yeah, knight d5. So the point is, of course, that the queen is attacked and the knight on c3 is attacked. White needs to take the knight on d5 with the queen, like happened in the game. And after bishop takes c3, both rooks are attacked and black wins the exchange. Very nicely done. Very nice trick.
Yeah.
And a common one, actually.
Yes. But maybe white was not too used to this structure because then you don't have the feeling of how dangerous can be to keep the queen on d4.
Yeah, could very well be. Yeah.
So, okay, this is now... We are going to see probably... Okay, what do you think about i5?
White is doing a good job here of keeping the position closed. So the black rooks want to have open files, but it's not so easy to get the files open. And the move a5, I'm not exactly sure what is the point of that, because with the move a5, it's a lot harder to break open the position. Yeah, we mentioned that b5 is sometimes an idea, but that is now never ever possible.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about the a5 move, but black is still doing absolutely fine, still an exchange up. And maybe at some point a move like f5 will be a way to break open the position a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I still have faith that black is doing very, very well here.
But black has to open the position. Maybe another way could be also through e6, d5.
Yeah, also a possibility. I'm a little bit reluctant to say that's the best way because e6 and d5 does weaken the black position. For example, with the pawn on f6. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So you predict that sooner or later we are going to see an f5.
Yeah, either F5. Probably with an e5 inclusion as well, so that after f5, white cannot push the pawn forward to e5 to keep the position closed. Just play e5, f5, open up the f file, and try to open the position as much as you can.
Yeah, because rook love open files. So
yes, they have a romantic relationship.
All right, we have already results, so let's keep an eye on that. And it's a nice mate between the lady from Myanmar. Okay, this name. I Kodzin against Nurzaira. Okay, sorry. I asked sorry already.
You're gonna have such a hard time today.
All right, your black won. Is
very straightforward game.
Yeah, the end position seems quite hopeless for white. Let's see shortly which opening it was.
So, Alessia, this was an Italian. How do you feel?
Well, I mean, I don't have such a strong connection to that. It's just the name.
So, Alessia is from Italy, everyone. That's the joke.
Yeah. So, I mean, as you ask this, I suppose that you play... Oh, wait, you play really f5. You play really the Dutch.
Yes.
Oh, so there is really a connection.
I made that joke for months now, and you only get it now.
Yeah.
So, guys, I play the Dutch very often, and I'm Dutch. So, there you go.
Alessia needs a bit of time to connect stuff, so... But now I know. But you see, I remember that f5 was your favorite move. So...
I'm proud of you. All right.
Thank you.
Let's focus on the game. So
Yes.
it was a d4 opening, all right?
Yes.
And then takes, bishop e7, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, h3. Knight takes e5. Okay, so white misplayed the opening a little bit there and is now a pawn down. And the question is if white is going to get enough compensation for it. Yeah, usually I don't think it's enough, but we'll have to see what happened in the game. So
Yeah.
rook e1, nice file.
Yeah.
G takes f3. Okay, so that is usually not the best idea. You want to keep the king as safe as possible. So keep the pawn structure intact more or less so that the pawns can keep defending each other, because after g takes f3 the pawns are really weak and could become targets in the later run. For example, after a move like d5,
Yes.
white is already in a little bit of trouble because h3 is under attack.
And yeah, probably we'll see d5. Oh, okay, no. We have d6. d5 is a bit better because takes more space on the board, attacks the bishop, so wins a tempo, and basically the bishop will capture h3 first. So
Yep. Okay,
we have
so bishop f6, black is still in full control, it seems. And yeah, white is trying to create some counterplay on the g file. And yeah, let's see how black reacted to that.
but it seems like the black position is solid enough. No, there is already the bishop on f6. The bishop could get to g6 if needed, so it seems quite solid. But let's see how it went on. So queen d7 attacking the pawn on h3, queen f1 needed, protecting the pawn.
d5, better late than never. Bishop d3. Yeah, okay. It's it's still a game, of course. Black is doing very well with a pawn up and a better pawn structure. Knight b4 is a nice move, actually. Trying to attack the c2 pawn and maybe grab the bishop pair with knight takes d3. Yeah, knight b4, very nice move. c3, okay.
Oh.
This is where it all happened, it seems. Yeah, c3, losing the piece on d3, unfortunately. So yeah, that was hopefully not a mouse slip. That could sometimes happen as well. Otherwise, I would feel very bad.
No, probably was a move to attack the knight, but she probably missed that the bishop on d3 is not protected. So it's always important when to move a piece to see what is leaving unprotected. So the pawn is sadly leaving the bishop unprotected, and so black is going to capture that.
Yeah, to quote a football legend, Johan Cruyff, every advantage has a disadvantage.
Oh.
So there you go.
Amazing. So every pawn push leave squares unprotected.
Every move you make has an advantage and a disadvantage.
Yeah, well, if you give mate, do you think this move has also disadvantage?
Knight takes d3? Yeah, of course. I mean, you cannot play knight c2 anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But okay. All right, you will always find a disadvantage. Okay.
It's a very cliche thing to say, but it's the most simple things are actually sometimes the most hard things to understand. So there you go. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, after knight takes d3, well, the game is more or less over.
Yes.
White actually lost another piece there, but yeah, it's too much. Of course. So nice. Myanmar is won a game probably in board 1, but is now going to lose a game on I think the last board, right? I think this is the last board.
Yes, I guess it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
So let's move shortly. Okay, I see shortly that the board that we were watching, the position is quite changed, but your guess was different. So I think we are going to see another way to open up, but let's see. So f6, queen b4. Okay, this we saw already. Here we stopped. So queen d2, queen e6, queen h6, f4, rook cc8, f4, and b5. So black still played
Oh,
b5.
nice. Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah, I forgot about this possibility. Yeah, it's risky though, because yeah, you are sacrificing a pawn, and white could get a passed pawn on the b file. But I like it. I like it so far because the point is that after a takes b5, winning the pawn, black has to move a4, and that is disrupting white's queenside play. So if you take the a4 pawn with the b pawn, then you take the c4 pawn, and okay, black won. So that is what I predicted. So I'm very happy about my prediction. But and black played very, very well. So he indeed opened up the position for the rooks with the move b5. Very nicely done. White trying to counter that, I think, with the move f5, but that did not work out. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, f5, g takes f5, f4. Very nice move. And probably king h8 right now. Or
Yes.
maybe just take and then king h8. Yeah, so white tried to mate on the king side. That didn't work. Black had enough pieces to protect that. And yeah, it's more or less over now.
Yes. So white felt like, okay, the position is open. I'm more or less the black rooks has a lot of have a lot of lines. So white decides to resign here.
Yeah.
Okay, we have other results already. So let's shortly the second women, actually the first women boards. And we have Sunwe against Fatana Zrina. All right. And also here black won. So actually your prediction is quite tricky, because here there are already 2 points for Brunei against the both women boards won for Brunei. So yeah, let's see shortly here the opening.
Mm-hmm.
D4, D5. Okay, we have a Slav. Okay, taking, exchange variation. And A4 seems like all theory. But maybe instead of watching the games that are finished, we should move to games that are still playing.
All right.
So let's see the second board. Let's see this position.
Yes, because this match I think is a very important one. I think Myanmar, like I said before, is one of the favorites to advance to the next division, and Brunei is also, I think, a big contender to do that as well. So yeah, that's why we're focusing on this match. And yeah, so what to make of this? White is better, I believe. White has the bishop pair, the materials equal, but the big difference is the knight and the white colored bishop. The white colored bishop has a future. For example, it can move to b5, maybe to d7 eventually, and then maybe get into play. While the knight on f7, wherever you move it from f7, it cannot really go anywhere. So yeah, white is clearly in the driving seat. Yeah, and then the next question is how to break through. So I see a mating pattern actually. If white gets the rook on the g file and then play e5, then bishop takes f6 is a mating threat.
Nice. But now the bishop is sadly not anymore on d3.
No, but bishop b5, very good move. The bishop can be more active over there. And actually, I'm really, how do you say, what's the English word? English is hard sometimes. I'm really impressed, yes, by the black player, because look at the rating difference.
Yeah, I was exactly thinking at that. I mean, he's 947. I mean, he's more than 1,000 rating. He has more than 1,000 rating less than his opponent, that is an international master. Yeah. And yeah, it's impressive. I mean, still is a decent position. Okay, black is worse, but I mean, he's fighting.
White is struggling. I like how black took the g file for himself. And okay, because I thought that rook g1 was interesting, but rook g2, okay, exchanging the rooks, black is one step closer to a draw. But also take a look at the time. White is ahead with more than 8 minutes, and black is already struggling with time control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh,
So
I
bishop e2 wins a pawn.
I'm
Well,
still impressed by the rating. So, what do you think? I mean, is is this rating probably not accurate enough? No.
well, the thing with unrated players is that the first rating they're ever going to have, let's say that when you have when you don't have a rating yet and you play your first tournament, and after that you get a rating, then yeah, it could differ. Some people have 1900 as their first rating, other people have 1400 as their first rating. So yeah, you're right. It will be the unrated players that will probably be decisive in a lot of these team matches. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, seems to play good. I would say.
yeah, yeah, I agree. Well, White missed a chance to win the h5 pawn at some point with a move like bishop e2 at some point. Yeah, the king was on f8. White could have played bishop e2 there. Yeah, in this position,
Uh-huh.
bishop e2 was very good, winning the h5 pawn. But yeah, White is still in the driving seat. It is a tough task. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I
How
mean,
how should White try to win this endgame?
it's really hard right now because White does not really have a break. I think at some point maybe White should play e5, sacrificing that pawn, followed up by bishop d8 or something.
Mm-hmm. So
Uh,
generally in an endgame, to win it, pawns are very important, no? So always to try to create a pass pawn is very important. Also to
oh, I should have mentioned this. Yeah, White is doing the other plan. White's going to bring the king to b5.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, very easy, winning the a5 pawn and should be over. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, yeah. I did not see that plan, but it's absolutely correct here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So king is just marching. Also, there are two factors I would say. The main factor of an endgame. One is the pawn, pass pawn, and one is the king. If the king can march without problems towards one side of the board, probably is going to capture a lot of pawns. I'm just thinking there could be something like c4 at one point.
Yeah, White does need to be careful of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so after king, okay, f5, my favorite move, but it's a bit, I don't think it works f5 because White can answer that really simply with e5 now.
Yeah.
And then White will have a protected pass pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bishop h4 is a threat, and then d6, d7. I think it's over. I think White managed to get through, but it was such a position that you can try to win for a long, long time anyway. So no surprise there. So that brings the score up to 2-2 if White manages to convert this, but I'm pretty sure he will. And yeah, it's a really exciting match, right?
Yes.
2-2. These two are once again one of the favorites to win this pool, in my opinion. So
We
yeah,
actually have other results already. Okay, this we saw. We
okay.
have, I guess this will be the junior uh, board. And here, but here are points for
Myanmar.
Myanmar.
Okay, so 3-2 to Myanmar then. And
Yes.
then the last board.
The last board should be this one. Yes.
Ooh. Okay, so Myanmar only needs a draw to win the match and get the first 2 points of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So this is looking well. So Myanmar is playing with the black pieces though, and that means that White still has a chance to win this game, even though it's a opposite colored bishop ending. I mean, opposite colored bishop endings are very hard to win, but we have seen instances where they are won. For example, a game that comes to mind is Anand Karyakin, I believe in the candidates of 2015 or so. Yeah, very nicely, cleanly game played by Anand. And so, yeah, there are sometimes winning chances in opposite colored bishop endings, but in this case, it is extremely hard because black has taken control over the queen side. with the bishop on b4. White has no active possibilities there, and so white has a hard time to advance here. Although with g4, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that move, because the pawn is now on a white square.
Yeah.
White might be able to start attacking it, for example, by putting a rook on the fourth rank with bishop d3 and rook e4, for example. Yeah.
Yeah. And what white should not do here is to change the rook, because
Yeah.
the bishop, the opposite color bishop, is easily a draw without rooks, and with rooks there are still a lot of possibilities. Rook
Exactly.
e7.
So rook e7, perfect move for black, because the bishop is attacked on e4, and if the bishop moves, then the rooks will be exchanged, and it will very likely be a draw. So yeah, that will mean that Myanmar will win the first match, this tough match, the top match, I believe, in this first round.
Yeah. And so let's shortly go on the second match of the day. These flags. Okay, we have Bhutan against Fiji. All right.
Okay.
And so we have clearly some results. We see here 1 point for Bhutan.
Yeah, so just to remind everyone, Bhutan is a country that lies in the between China and the Himalayan mountains. So it's a small country once again, and yeah, I'm very happy to have a country like that, of course, participating here.
Yeah, because
so
probably not so many chess player in the whole country, no?
Yeah, hey, this shows that chess is just English is sometimes really hard.
Blowing up.
It's such a worldly game, you know.
Worldwide,
it's
yeah.
from everyone. Yeah.
All right, so
Played in the Himalayan mountains.
You played?
Chess in the Himalayan mountains?
I misheard then.
No, chess is even a game that's played in the Himalayan mountains.
Okay.
No, I wish I could have played a game in the Himalayan mountains. Yeah, like on the top of the world, chess is on top of the world on the mountain. That sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, maybe there is more inspiration in better games. Don't know. It's like I read a book about a story about Himalayan mountains, and there were living a lot of wise men there. So might be that chess is better there. All right, here we have. Let's count that. So we have 1 point for Bhutan. Here another point for, 1 point. Wait, it's another team competition.
Yeah,
it's another match. Okay, so we don't have the full match. So let's just stay on this game.
Okay.
Is between Eprudente from Guam against Salman Ali Khan from Pakistan.
Okay. Yeah, so black is a piece up and a pawn. So black should be able to win this game. A mating net that comes to mind is h5 and rook a3. So if black is to move, black is not to move, then rook a3 wins. But yeah, white resigned.
Yes, we have just...
Yeah, very justified, too much material.
Oh, this is a mess position. Lots of pieces on the board, and yeah, okay.
All right, so yeah, this is complicated. Black is a piece up though, so black should be a piece up against two pawns, but black has the position under control. I mean, the most important square right now is the f4 square. If white can ever push that a pawn to f4, then white will have good compensation. If that will not happen, then black is absolutely happy. Rook a f8. I'm not too sure that that's a good move, because after knight e6, the rook has to move, and then f4 comes, and that, okay, but rook f3 is not right.
Yeah, because let's mention shortly that, knight d6, white is threatening to take on f8 with check, and I guess this check is very important because after rook queen take e3, for example, white could first take the rook and then take, I guess, or not.
Winning the exchange, and therefore gaining some more momentum. Also notice that the knight on e7, we also saw this in a previous game, also really does not have a future here. Wherever you move it on the board, it's always gets taken by the pawn. So yeah, white definitely does have decent compensation in this position. But after rook f3, it's oh, and then knight c8. Okay, so black could have won a pawn with rook takes f3, knight takes f3, queen takes e3, bishop takes c3, and then the game would be more or less over.
Yes.
Yeah, because the queen side will fall, and with a winning position for.
Yes. As you said, I mean, still it's true. Black is a piece up, but this knight still doesn't have squares.
No.
I don't see a way to go out. It's still blocked.
Exactly. Yeah. So even if black is a piece up, the piece is more or less dead weight at the moment. So if you want to free the knight, then actually you probably have to sacrifice it on d5.
So let's see how it went on. Knight c8, rook take f7, queen take f7, knight d6, a bit too late.
Yeah, f4 hopefully. Let's go. No.
Oh, but I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, f4 white is better.
Yeah, I think so too, because let's put the move on the board, f4.
Yeah.
Then bishop needs to go, only one or two squares, g7 or h8. And now, for example, f5, and yeah, this looks extremely dangerous for black.
Incredible.
Knight on e6 is in total control, the knight on c8 is dead weight.
Yeah.
And after f6, even the bishop on g7 will be dead weight. So yeah, this is how material doesn't always speak for itself.
Yeah, it's a good example. So I guess we have we have a 4 on the board, bishop h8, queen e3, white is still waiting, but sooner or later I guess the f5 your favorite move is going to happen. And so
yeah, queen e3 I also like, by the way, because the queen maybe has potential on that diagonal, for example, a7.
Yeah, because a6 might fall and also might be a check. So yeah, I like it as well.
This is actually a position where white is in total control, and white could maybe even think of rearranging the king. For example, move it to c2, because white has all the time in the world, and could maybe place a king on c2. But okay, there are some ideas for black as well. Black could, for example, play knight c8, queen a7 to try and exchange the queens. But yeah, I mean, it's just white has a lot of ideas here. White can take it slow or try to push through with a move like f5.
All right, okay, let's see which approach white choose. So rook c8, king g2, queen g8, queen d2, queen f7, f5. Okay, white waited a bit, but not so much. Rook e8. Oh, wait, we have a draw by repetition.
They repeated moves. Knight c7.
f5, rook there, knight c7.
Knight c7, rook
oh, that's so tricky, because probably white felt is still a piece down. I mean, it was with the mentality, I'm a piece down. A draw would be amazing.
Well, yeah. You could think like that, but it's actually, after the move f6, it's actually white who is a piece up. You know why? Because the knight on e7 will be dead weight, and the bishop on h8 is also dead weight. So basically, white would be a piece up then. So.
That's incredible. I mean, I think I never saw a position. Actually, I lost myself a game where one piece was dead lost, and so it was like me having a piece down. Me being a piece down, but in this position there are actually two pieces that are dead lost. This is incredible, and also I would say white pawns are really advanced. So
black should try to sacrifice one of the pieces for the f6 pawns, for example, knight g8, knight takes f6, but that also comes with a price. So yeah, white is almost winning here. I believe.
Pity for white, had a great chance. So we have, I guess this is the last game that we have here.
All right.
It's still the game of the match, Brunei against Myanmar. So this is actually important. And as you predicted, the g4. Oh, wait,
Oh, so rooks were not exchanged.
wait.
That is huge
Yeah.
for the white player.
Okay, let me.
Ah, so yeah, so black decided not to change rooks.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay, that
Because,
is unfortunate. Yeah,
yeah,
because if rooks were exchanged, a draw was almost uh yeah, almost certain. But after rook d7, rook e4, like we mentioned, the g4 pawn could become weak.
yeah.
And white has good chances to win now, especially after a move like bishop e6. Okay, but then bishop c5, rook e2.
You know what is so funny? That white should avoid to change the rooks, but white is the second time trying to exchange rooks.
In this case, white maybe needed to, because otherwise bishop c5 and rook takes f2. But for example, a move like bishop e2 also came to mind to try and get the g4 pawn.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
I mean, but still, for example, something like a4 is still possible, no? Because
Yeah.
bishop c5 is not yet possible because rook e5 would.
Right. Especially, yeah.
So
very
it's
nice.
still in control, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. So black missed a big chance there by not exchanging the rooks. But white, yeah, given the opportunity again, and now f3, trying to open up the position, I guess.
Yeah.
It's still within drawing margin. Black is doing absolutely fine. Yeah, the main point is, once again, the pawns on the queen side, which are stuck. White cannot make progress.
Yeah. Cannot create a passed pawn. So the pawn on the king side were changed. Let's see if white will make maybe some mate threat. I don't know. Maybe some, but very hard.
Especially in time trouble, these positions could, of course, lead to some sort of mate.
Oh! Again, another chance to change rooks. I mean, I see the king and the rook on the same diagonal. Imagine white just pushing a pawn here and losing this endgame.
yeah, that could also happen, of course. So once again, Myanmar, in this case, the black player, needs a draw to win the match. So black would be happy to draw here. And white needs to win to draw the match. Then the match will be free. Saving a point for Brunei.
Yeah.
What was the second? Brunei?
Myanmar.
Darussalam.
Yeah. The second name, yes. I will have to check where. I mean, you know where some of these countries are. I will have to check basically where most of them are. So
Okay.
I will improve my geography skills.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. We have a geography lesson as well here. Yeah, I had to look a few countries up as well, but yeah.
So I'm going on the moves. Oh, wait.
Rook g6, nice move. Yeah. Bishop e7. Oh no! It's still. Is it okay still?
Yeah. There is bishop d6.
Oh dang!
Oh.
White won the piece, and now it's winning.
Oh.
Well, there you go. It's never over until it's over. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the mate threat can also always be.
There's still stalemate ideas, perhaps. White needs to be careful.
Yeah, that's true. Stalemate could be a problem now. Because, basically black has just his rook. The pawn is blocked, so...
Yeah, and there's time control. There's time problems. White has less time than black at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Rook f3, they're more or less repeating moves. White needs to be careful not to repeat moves too often.
Yeah.
Bishop b5, very smart, very smart. Yeah, now there's no repetition possible.
Yeah.
I would just push maybe b4 at some point to just get that pawn rolling, or just play rook f5, rook takes a5. You're in total control here with white.
Yeah, I think there is... Yeah, but now
Smart.
maybe bishop c4?
Yeah, but then there might be a repetition.
Yeah.
So b4, okay, rook. Ah, smart. Rook takes b4 is rook f1 mate. That's clever.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now just the pawn will.
A5. B3
Run.
though. Yeah, it's not over yet. White needs to be careful not to lose also. Because B2 and then the pawn might actually promote. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
maybe A6, B2, and Rook B3.
yeah, I think so, yeah.
This might be the way. But not Bishop D3.
Rook A1, B2. It's really not over yet. Or Rook C1, okay. Okay, but now A6, B2, A7, and White's in time. Yeah, White's in time after A7.
Yeah.
So Rook C1, not the best move, and after Rook A1 now, White has Rook. No, not Rook F1. It's still not over after Rook A1.
Yeah.
White still has something to prove there.
Okay, there. Oh.
Ah, wait, you have.
There is the mate.
Yes, so
Rook
after Rook
A1.
A1, A8.
Rook.
Oh, okay.
Not Rook F. I thought Rook F1. Maybe I'm wrong. Rook take.
Oh.
Bishop. No.
And then,
And then Queen.
Yeah, now Queen. Exactly. Yeah, or the other way around. It's also.
Yeah. Okay. The other way around. So Queen first. Yeah, true. Because Rook. Okay.
Yeah.
Queen
correct.
first because. Okay. Let's see how it went.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh.
Oh, B1. Yes, I thought about this. If Bishop takes B1, then Rook takes A8. If
Oh!
That's not correct. And now White needs to take a draw.
Oh my god.
The Rook, there's no mates on H1 or on G2 anywhere. There's no check on A7 or anywhere. And after Bishop takes A1, the Queen is.
Oh my god, the time! Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
White needs to take a draw. So that means Myanmar has saved the game.
Okay, wait, we have still here. It's still a game. It's still No!
Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, White was doing so well, but time control, and now it's totally over. White was doing so well. White was being the hero of the day, trying to save the match for Brunei, Darussalam, but unfortunately, in time control, nerves,
Okay.
time pressure, it's over. So that means Myanmar, the favorite of this pool, actually won the match with 4-2. What a match. What a last game. That was so...
Yeah. It was really so tricky because, and this is a proof that in chess, until it's not over, there are always chances. Always.
Exactly.
And especially when time is few, always, you gotta always be careful. Extremely careful.
Exactly. So actually, with this game, we are done with the first round, I believe.
Yeah. I'm really impressed, I have to say.
Yeah,
yes, we are done.
Defensive skills by Black here.
Yes. Soon we will have the results updated, the scoreboard, and I guess we will go for a short break and then we will be back for the second rounds. Let's not forget that we are going to have 3 rounds this morning. This was just the first one and was, as Roland mentioned, already quite an interesting round, as 2 of the favorites team were facing each other and we saw a victory of the team Myanmar. Myanmar, where is Myanmar?
It's actually Burma.
Where is Burma?
Southeast of Asia, next to Bangladesh, more or less.
Okay, thank you. Right. So, congratulations to Myanmar. One day I will come to that country to visit. Like this, I will know where it is. We will take a short break and we will be back soon for the round 2. So, guys, see you soon. and we are back for the second round of the FIDE Online Olympiad 2020. We are here again with Grandmaster Roland Preusers is down, and with me, Women FM, Alessia Santeramo. So yeah, we have already, I guess, a link of the second rounds, but maybe, Roland, we want to introduce shortly. We want to remind everyone this format because it's quite complex, so it's always good to remind them about the format.
Yeah, it's very confusing, of course. So yeah, let's go through them once again. So actually, what we're looking at today is the preliminary phase. So these teams, these countries, all have a chance to qualify for the next division. There are 5 divisions in total. So, and with every division, countries have a chance to promote to the next division. They are all being placed in the division based on their strengths. So the bigger countries, the better countries are in the top divisions. And so, yeah. And when everything is done, we are moving on to the final phase, stage 1 or stage 2. I don't know exactly, but there will be the decisive games, the decisive matches, which will decide who will win the top prize, who will win the Olympiad. So that's it in a nutshell. You can read everything, of course, in the nice cards that our team has assembled for you. And yeah, for more details, you can read that up, in my opinion. So what are we looking at today? We are looking at Pool A of the base division, so which is more or less the lowest division. And later today, you will see Pool B and Pool C. And of every pool, 4 teams are going to qualify for the next division. So I know it's a lot to take in, everyone. So once again, I really encourage you to take a look at the nice cards that our team has assembled for you so that you can read up on the format.
Yes, we have always the format next to the board. So just to know always where we are at the very first day. This is the very first day of the of this whole event that will last more than 1 month. It will end up at the end of August, so it's really a long event. And we are starting just today with the base division, where there are 30 teams facing each other. They are divided into 3 pools. 10 teams per pool. So now we are looking at Pool A. So first 10 team of base division. It's complex for everybody, also for us to explain. But yeah, the first 4 team of each pools. So 3 pools, 4 teams, 12 teams in total will advance to the next division. So Division 4. Yeah. And then they will again face each other into round robins tournament. So now we have the second round, and we are here. So Roland told me that now he knows where every country is. So I'm going really to test him hard and ask where every country is. So stay tuned also for geography lessons here. So here we have, I guess, the higher rated player of this, of this group, of this pool. That is the international master, Vincent Thun, 82.
Yep. Perfect pronunciation. Cannot be better. I have no idea, but okay. So the only player with a rating higher than 2,500 in this pool. And he's playing for Myanmar once again, the favorite to win, in my opinion at least, this Pool A. Mm-hmm. And they actually did very well in the first round. They won their first match with 4-2 against another country that is a contender to win Pool A, and that was Brunei Darussalam, if I'm pronouncing the second word correctly.
Let's hope.
First one is easy, but the second one is hard. Anyways. Yeah, Brunei Darussalam. Yeah, I was correct there. Okay, I took a sneak peek, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so Myanmar doing very well. Brunei needs, with a first round loss, And now, actually, Myanmar is playing against which country, Alessia?
Uh, Macau, or China. I guess he's near to China, but he will confirm it to me.
Yeah, it's a region in China next to Hong Kong, actually. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. So, but it's considered like a separate state, or
I guess they're separate from China, so they must be independent. Yeah.
all right. So let's see the opening here. Knight of 3, d5, g3, c5, bishop g2, knight of 6, castle. So basically, white just thinks of does the fianchetto and castle the king, and then it sees where to push the pawn, mostly c4 or d4. I guess it's in order to keep it flexible, or
Yeah. So basically, white is waiting what black will do and then react accordingly. Another idea is also to play d3 and e4 at some point, more or less going for a King's Indian setup. So yeah, it's a very flexible opening. You can choose however you want to play. Still, d3, e4, or c4, or d4. You still have a lot of options.
yeah, a lot of. So e6, d3, bishop d6, knight bd2. I guess white is going for the e4 plan. Knight c6, e4. Yes. Castle and rook e1.
Threatening e5. Be careful.
So this could enter in like a King's Indian attack, I guess, after maybe it's already a King's Indian attack. But after e5, there could be. This is the Fischer favorite weapon, I would say.
Yeah. So e5, the idea is then to play something like knight. Well, of course, in this position, you just want to take a piece, but it's also a positional move because then white's closing up the center and wants to start attacking on the king side, for example, with knight f1, bishop f4, h4, knight h2, knight g4, and then queen d2. Yeah, so closing out the position to get an attack going on the king side. That's more or less the idea of e5, a famous way of play. Yeah, so black needs to react to that. Usually you just prevent e5, for example, with a move like queen c7, or maybe even play e5 yourself.
Yeah. So knight e5 here for black. What do you think? I mean, it's not a typical move for sure.
It's a blunder actually, because after knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, e takes d5, white is winning a pawn.
Yeah, because this piece is hanging there. So yeah.
Yeah. So knight e5, unfortunately, not the best move there. Yeah.
Yeah, and white took the pawn, took also on a6, bishop take. Actually, a second pawn. So yeah. So rook b8, bishop f3, and here white has a comfortable position.
Two pawns. Black does have some compensation because all the pieces are developed. White still needs to get the bishop out on c1 and the rook on a1. But in general, I think 2 pawns is a bit too much here. It's not like, for example, the Marshall Gambit where you have a lot of play for the pawns.
And what would be an optimal way to develop white pieces?
You could sacrifice the b2 pawn, because, for example, you have 2 extra pawns and not 1. So you could just play knight e4 and bishop e3 and say, like, okay, you can have that pawn back. And I will still be a pawn up and be normally developed. So.
And what about b3, bishop b2, something like that, in order to keep the pawn, like the 2 extra pawns?
Also an idea, after b3, black does have a trick with the move queen. No, sorry. I, for some reason, had bishop takes f2 in mind, but that's not possible. So b3 looks very normal as well. Queen d4, you do need to be careful of ideas with that move, but it seems to work because after queen d4, you simply have rook b1.
Yes, preparing bishop b2. Okay, let's see how it went on. Bishop d5, bishop take, queen take d5, queen f3, rook f8. So white is trying to change the queen, no? I guess it's good for white to change pieces because, due to the 2 extra pawns. So Yeah, so white change first the rooks. Rook take e8, check.
Okay,
Rook take back.
it's a bit black does have the e file now. So for example, rook e2 might be an idea, or rook e1 when the queens are getting exchanged, which could lead to some pressure, but it doesn't seem like there is too much going on there for white. I think white is comfortably 2 pawns up. Queen takes d5 I don't like though, because black had rook e1 as an in-between move.
Uh-huh.
Check, and that could disrupt development for white a little bit maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess, yeah. I mean, the only way then to go out would be, okay, you could have also rook b1. I mean, there would be probably still a way, but yeah. White would prove how to go out or how to develop pieces, how to prove that. But after this, but c3 also, I don't know, not sure about. Because still you have the possibility to play rook e2, rook e1.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. I don't think that white's in big trouble there because white's 2 pawns up and black doesn't really have a clear way of advancing there.
Yeah.
But it's at the very least annoying. Some problems that white has to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess white has many ways actually to. I'm always trying to figure out ways to, yeah, develop the pieces, because after, I mean, if white would develop all these pieces in a normal way, I guess the position would be quite, yeah, quite clear for white. Just to extra pawn in an endgame will
Yeah.
lead to a victory.
Yeah, it looks very straightforward for white from here on out. And actually, the match is Myanmar is the clear favorite in this match once again. Also, take a look at the rating on top of the boards. Everyone, or actually on top and below the board, of course, where you see the names. There's a big rating difference going on. And actually, are you guys able to see that? Yeah, you guys can see it. So white is the clear favorite in this game, clearly.
Yes, great. So let's have a look maybe at the other teams. Like this, we can meet other countries, and already we saw Macau. So let's see. Oops, let's try to. Okay, here we have. Oh, it's still. Okay, I'm going through games. Okay, this was the full game. So here. Okay, now we have two new teams. Here is Fiji against Guam. So Fiji is quite famous, but let's remind to everyone where Fiji are or is.
Yeah, Fiji is an island. In the, I think it's called the Pacific Ocean. It's next to Australia, more or less, where there is an island group. It's those islands are quite famous. The Fiji Islands, nice holiday place to go to.
Yeah.
And then Guam. Guam is actually also an island, also in the same sea. It's next to the Philippines, more or less, in the middle of the ocean. So yeah, quite how do you say? Not deserted, but isolated.
Yeah, quite far
Islands,
away
but,
from us.
yeah. So, but these, I like geography, and these. It was very nice to see where these islands are actually located. So,
That's nice.
So there you go.
Let me remind to everyone that Roland is not just a grandmaster, but that G has a double meaning. It's both grandmaster in chess and geography master in real life.
I guess so. Yeah. So actually, yeah, we've got some, of course, exciting matches in this round. So we are now focusing on Fiji against Guam. Fiji is actually also a country with all rated players. So some of the countries weren't able to provide all rated players in this event, but Fiji does, and yeah, with the top boards having around 1900 ratings. So yeah, they are also actually quite likely to qualify as well if we're looking at the statistics with rated players. So yeah.
All right, so let's go through shortly this game. Let's see the opening. d4, d4, knight f6, knight f3, d5, c4, c6, knight c3, d takes c4, a4. So this is a Slav, no?
Yeah.
With bishop f5, and I guess here there is a lot of theory involved. I don't know.
It is. Yeah, the bishop f5 line is a classical one, and e3, especially, I think, I'm not sure. No, well, the Slav opening in general got a reboot after the World Championship between Anand and Kramnik, where Anand beat Kramnik with this weapon of actually the semi-Slav. It's quite different than the Slav you're seeing now. But this D-Tex, the Slav has been always one of the favorite openings to meet a D4. So yeah, in recent times it has not been played that often, but still it's a very decent opening to play, and I'm sure it will find its way back on top level again very soon. So yeah, e3, very standard move. You want to take back the pawn on c4, and black is trying to be solid. Just put the bishop on b4, short castle, knight bd7, and maybe if black has the opportunity to push the pawn from e6 to e5 at some point. Yeah, and white has another plan, and that is mainly to push the e4 pawn, to push the e pawn to e4. So for example, queen e2 and e4, and then push it even further with e5, trying to get a space advantage. That's how you usually, if I'm not mistaken, play these type of positions. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, let's see if I guess yeah, I see the moves. I guess white pushed already e4, but first played h3, h6, queen e2, castle, and e4, bishop g6, and bishop d3. So and is it always good to play e5, or because e5, no, as you mentioned before, every push pawn leaves some squares. No, every move has advantages and disadvantages. So which are the advantages and the disadvantages of the move e5? Sorry.
Okay, so the advantage of the move e5 is that you're gaining more space, and you're also exchanging, for example, the good defender on g6, the bishop there. And yeah, you can just try to make use of this space advantage. And okay, that is the big, also an advantage of e5 is that black cannot play e5 anymore. So that possibility has also been taken away.
And the disadvantage?
All right, nice setup there. Yeah, so the disadvantage of e5 is that black will get the d5 square for its knight, which will be available. And also the disadvantage will be that black might be able to try and attack those pawns with the move c5 at some point. Yeah.
Okay, good.
More or less in a nutshell. There are more specifics, of course, but that's it in a nutshell,
yeah. Okay, knight a5, bishop d2, and so black played d5 himself. So I would, let's say, I mean, it would have been better because after queen a5 the knight is hanging, so bishop d2 is more or less
it's a good move, bishop d2. More or less, you could maybe argue that sacrificing the pawn c3 was interesting to get total control over the dark squares, but
bishop actually d2 e5 is possible, maybe because he's attacking a knight, no?
Yeah, it's still possible, e5, absolutely. Yeah.
So this was the last moment, would say.
Yeah, but I'm actually interested in the position when black played e5, because white does have a way to answer e5, for example, with taking, and then play f4.
Exactly how it went.
That could be a bit dangerous, but I also do believe that black has enough chances to counter. For example, a threat might be rook a8 at some point, and also notice that e5 is not possible because the bishop on d3 was hanging. But once again, after f5, the bishop on g6 might be be moved to a bad place. Although after f5, I think bishop h5 is still possible.
Yeah.
With the idea after g4, trying to trap the bishop, that black has queen g3 check.
Oh, sorry.
So if white plays g4, then black
Ah,
has queen g3 check, and black will be absolutely fine.
yes, yes. True.
Maybe more than fine, actually.
Yeah, because grabbing a lot of pawn, also g4, and is very not so far away from the mate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But bishop h5 not played, it seems. Oh,
Is
it's
on the
played.
board.
Okay, so don't play g4, right? That's not good. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Very interesting position, by the way. Very double-edged.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
no, wait. Black is winning. Black is winning. Because the bishop on d3 will fall. It cannot be defended.
because after queen e3 there is bishop c5, so
Exactly. So white is in huge trouble here. And that would mean an upset, because white has more rating than the black player.
yeah. So this f5 was probably a big mistake.
f5 was a mistake, yeah. And I think actually that white should have played e5 himself
Before.
black played e5.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So
Queen d6, brilliant move, by the way. Very good, very good. Yeah, I'm impressed
queen
with the
d6.
black player here.
Yeah, queen d6, because I mean it seems like e5 is so tempting, but so is not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, queen d6 is not the most natural way to retreat the queen.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's a straightforward point, because the e4 pawn would be pinned. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's see maybe other games. Let's notice that white won here the game. Our Winzo Tun won this game. So we saw shortly the position. It was already much better. So we also have other results. Actually, exactly of the same team or not? No. Here is another team. Oh. Oops. Oh. I guess Somalia was not there.
Okay, yeah, that could happen sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, of course, for the Oman player there.
Yeah. So what I know that they are dealing in a bit a different way, the disconnection. So if you disconnect, you don't lose immediately, but your time runs just the time keep going, and if it gets 0, yeah, it's the game is over. So it's a bit different than in other events, because this was a bit not clear. Normally on Chess.com, if you disconnect, you have 15 seconds just to come back. You don't have more time. But they are a bit more flexible, because the connection in some country can be not perfect. So they are trying. But I guess that the 15 minutes just just are over. So
We'll see how that eventually goes out, because if there's a disconnect, that's of course very unfortunate.
yeah.
But okay, yeah. So is there a possibility that we maybe could take a look at the Oman team? Because Oman is actually okay. It's a country it's an Arabic country in the south of Arabia. And yeah, they are also actually one of the favorites to qualify as well. They also have only rated players, and therefore they also have a good chance to promote to the next division. So, and actually they also won their first round, so they are doing quite well at the moment.
I don't find them. They're bored.
Yeah. Okay, so let me help you a bit there. So their flag is actually red, white, and green.
Red, white, and green.
Yeah.
Okay, here not. I guess I don't have that games.
Okay, that's unfortunate then.
No, I don't have that games. But I could try to close some. Maybe I will get them.
We have a lot of games going on, everybody. So
yes, exactly.
if you cannot find a game, then it's Yeah, you have to bear with us, of course. Yeah.
Is 6 game per. I mean, every team is playing with 6 players,
Hmm.
so we have 5 boards, I would say. So it's 30 games per
Yeah.
60 players playing and 30 boards.
Yeah.
So yeah.
30 boards in total. Yeah. 5 teams versus 5 times 6 is 30 boards. Yeah.
No,
Absolutely.
I guess I don't have them.
Maybe they already finished. That could also be the case. So yeah, it's all right. We can just take a look at
Uh,
uh,
I
the
was
game
called
that you
again.
joined.
This team that you want.
Oman.
Oh man, we have one. All right.
Yay.
So we have Salim Alamri playing with
Yeah.
black against Kasim
In
Assam
Somalia.
from
Yeah.
Somalia.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Salim is a FIDE master, and yeah, Oman does not have full rated players, by the way, but their first 2 boards are quite strong with 2000 rating and 1800 rating.
Mm-hmm.
So we're now looking at the top board, FIDE master, and let's see how he's doing.
I guess this position is quite clear. Yeah, it's quite good and clear for white. Sorry, for black. Black is a piece up, and this the pawn on f3 is 2 squares from the promotion. So
Yeah,
I guess this is uh, clear.
is clearly winning. Maybe
Yes.
there we will see a spectacle as we saw in the previous round, though, with
Uh,
mating and non-mating, and then suddenly it's winning for
mm,
the other opponent. That was such a crazy last game, wasn't it?
yeah, but
Yeah,
I guess there. I mean, there are always factors that shows that this is possible, and when time is short, is few, these unfortunate change of circumstances are possible. But when black has 8 minutes,
yeah. In this case, you're right. Yeah.
is quite in control, I guess.
Yeah. No time trouble. Black is clearly winning. Just push the pawns and it will be over. So, okay. So Oman doing well.
Yes, so let's see
Uh,
if I can find some other games of this match. No, I guess not. It's the only one we have. We have just the top board.
yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the match between Myanmar against Macau. Let's see how it is going, because there is already 1 point for Myanmar, and let's see the women board.
Yeah.
No, this is the junior board, I guess. Okay, here there is another victory for Myanmar. So this seems like a cool mate. So I want to shortly see how this went.
This was a one-sided game from the start, it seems.
Yeah, because white is a piece up.
Yeah, one a pawn. Oh, one a piece.
Let's see how the piece went.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, b3.
Very nice. 94. Not the best move here, because white will win material.
Oh,
Very
knight
nice.
takes c4. Very nice. D takes
White won a
c4.
pawn. Won 2 pawns.
Two
Knight takes
pawns.
b4. Very nicely done. Yeah, the queen was attacked, and then white can take the knight on e4.
So this was the critical moment. e4 was not good. Knight e4 was not good.
94 loses 2 pawns, and I think it escalated more or less from there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, do take a look at the rating difference. There was a huge rating difference. Myanmar is the clear favorite to win this match
Yes.
against
Yes.
Macau. Yeah, but once again, I really like how we see different countries participating. It's a worldwide event with 163 countries participating. And yeah, Macau is one of them.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's very nice. And I want to pick up this game because I see that white has really few time. So, what do you think about the position? It seems like black is a pawn up and bishop here.
Yeah, this position should be technically winning for black. Black is a pawn up, has the bishop pair. I would say that just pushing the pawns on the queen side would be good enough to win this this
So,
game. Yeah.
yeah. So b5, a5, a4.
before.
before. I mean,
Just
just
push the
just push
pawns.
them.
Yeah,
Push
and
them,
don't
baby.
and keep pushing baby and keep the bishop pair, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, if you exchange the bishop, one of those bishops for the knight, white will have more chances. Yeah, but of course, actually, no, actually, if white, of course, trades the knight for the white-colored bishop of black, then we have an opposite-colored bishop ending, and then white will have more chances to go for a draw.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
so
very
that's
important not to change this bishop for this knight.
yeah, that would give white a lot more chances to make a draw.
Yeah. So the best way is to just push the pawn, create a pass pawn, and
Yeah, just and make life difficult for the white player in any
yeah.
case. So 91, interesting move. I think a reaction would be bishop c3, for example. Yeah, queen
Mm-hmm.
e2, black was threatening queen e5. Exchanging queens is not a big deal here. Yeah, it could make life a bit easier for black because the queen might give some tactics in the position, and now black is free to do whatever he wants. Just
Yeah.
get the king in, push the pawns on the queen side. Bishop d4, bishop e4, bishop d6, also fine.
Just push.
Black has all the time in the world to win this position.
Yeah. So I guess this is a one-side game. So let's change to another game. Always of this match is between two ladies. I guess it's the women board, and time is tricky also here. So but I see already a queen for black, but no queen for white.
That might be important somehow.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think actually when the match started, a 6-0 was expected because I think Myanmar on every board was the favorite. So yeah.
So here there is a mate incoming. Now it's mate in 1. So queen g2, queen h2. Yes.
Yep. Very nicely done. Well done by the black player.
Oh.
So Myanmar doing very well in the first 2 rounds.
By the way, there was a draw. No 6-0. So.
Okay.
But these are also same rating more or less. So.
Okay. So not
I guess
entirely.
this was the second women board. One just to have a look at the endgame shortly. How was it?
Okay. Ooh, this looks winning for white.
Yeah. So was okay. I like. So was. Okay. What is this? Is a pawn, a rook and pawn hand game. And what I know is very important for these rook and games is actually to have the rook behind the pawn. And here, black has sadly the rook in front of the pawn, and this is worse in order to defend this endgame. I guess because the rook will have always less and less space and always less and less possibilities. So
we can take a look at how the game went because that will illustrate your point, I think.
Okay, king c5, king d8, king b6, king c8, and a7.
Yeah, so the rook on a1 can now, for example, move to f1 or try to attack the pawns on the queen side, on the king side, sorry, and the rook on a8 has absolutely no squares to go to.
Yeah.
So white is winning in this position.
Yeah, I guess a way to win this could be rook c1, rook c7, rook b7, and rook b8.
Or just rook c1 and king b7.
Or just easier. Oh, that's true. Rook c1 and king b7 seems a bit easier. Yeah.
Yeah, but that did not happen in the game, right?
Yeah, f5. Oh.
King c5 went back.
Actually, the king wants to go back to the king side.
Not that bad of a strategy, actually. It's still okay. After rook a6, yeah, so king d4, this is still okay. This is maybe still winning, but the king needs to go to the pawns and not back.
Yeah, king d3 is weird.
Yeah, the king needs to go to e4, then f5, grab the g-pawn, and then it should still be winning for white, I believe. But yeah, the king is going to the wrong way. It needs to go upward to f3, g4, and then white still has winning chances. But after king g1, it's already very hard to see if it's winning. I actually believe it's a draw now. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, too bad for White. White had very good winning chances, but this is now a theoretical draw, even though Black is a pawn up, because
Mm-hmm.
Black cannot make progress.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
this is
let's
a
try
known
to,
position.
yes, let's try maybe to go to the last games that we have.
Okay, so to which countries are we looking at, Alyssa?
Uh, all right, we are looking Guam against Fiji,
Okay,
and I guess this is the women board.
yeah, so we'll get back to what exactly the board arrangements are, everybody, at the start of the next round. We'll remind everybody what's going on in this event.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but for now, let's focus on the game. So Black is one pawn up and a piece up, actually. So this position is very much winning for the Black player.
Yeah, the pawn are just going. Yeah, so let's see some other games. Maybe okay. Also, this is an exchange up, I guess, for Black.
Oh,
I always have to count. No, there are 5 pawns for Black and 4 pawns for White. So it means that
hmm?
Black is an exchange up and a pawn up. And so as the position is I mean the knights uh, are not bad as the position is closed. I guess is a clear advantage for Black. Actually, the position should be close to win.
It should be more or less winning for Black. Yeah. So what you could do is, for example, play a move like knight f5, put some pressure on the d4 pawn, and you could also start running with the b5 pawn at some point, trying to promote that pawn to a queen. And you could also annoy White with, for example, rook moves on the a file. For example, rook 7, a3, trying to put some pressure on the pieces of White. Yeah, attack a
Yeah.
piece. Maybe there are some tactics at some point. So yeah, Black is absolutely winning. There is no active plan for White. White needs to defend, and I'm sure that White cannot defend everything in the position here. This is simply winning.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's yeah, the tech. Of course, now Black needs to convert this advantage. We'll see if that happens.
So now we have just 2 games, 2 players still playing, and one is this game and one is another. But I'm a bit confused about the time control. I mean, it seems like they have so much more time, and so I guess there was a probably.
Yeah, they probably started late because of some connection issues or yeah. So everyone, we are dealing with that, of course, and it's sometimes very hard, especially maybe in countries like this, to find a good connection for the internet, and therefore maybe some games are started a bit later to deal with issues like this. So yeah, so well, that means that now we can focus on these 2 games entirely. So that's actually maybe a good thing.
Yeah. As a Grandmaster and Geography Master, we should introduce 2 more countries. One is Pakistan and the other is Laos. So they are more famous than the others. I mean, I know where they are.
So maybe you can explain it then.
Well, Pakistan is in the, I would say, uh, northeast of India. So, I guess.
Okay.
Is it true?
Uh, I actually need to look that up.
All right.
Let me just check real quickly. It's easy to do. So,
Yeah. So,
actually, it's on the west of India, so next to Iran and below Afghanistan, actually.
yeah.
And yeah, so Laos, I knew actually. It's actually in Southeast Asia, next to Myanmar, or what's it's sometimes also called is Burma. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
next to Thailand, yeah, to the north of Vietnam. That's
Yeah. I guess
Laos.
that for all those countries, it's evening there already, no? Afternoon, evening. So they
Yeah,
are. I mean, they are also trying to to make yeah, to do this event where is day for everyone, every player, and this makes stuff even more complex because um, it's not all over the world day, and some countries are sleeping. Our American friends are sleeping right now. Also,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of the staff of Chess.com is sleeping right now, but there are some hero that are awake. So a big shout
yeah,
out to the hero awake today.
yeah. The hero awake today. Yeah, who's helping us running this at the moment? Yeah, so yeah, sometimes, like we mentioned, there are some connection issues. So sometimes we cannot see all the games. That's why, yeah, we are sometimes struggling to get every game on the board. On yeah, to show you guys, but yeah, we still have a few games left in this round. So yeah, this position simply looks winning for white. So that means that I think we're looking at the country of Oman once. No, we're not looking at
No,
Oman.
we're looking Pakistan and Laos.
Yeah, so the Laos player is actually winning against the Pakistan player who's playing as black.
Yeah, that is
So
also the lower rated. So let's see. I mean, white is clearly an exchange and a pawn up, and the pawn is two squares for the promotion. That's why Roland says without any doubt this position is winning.
yeah,
Actually, I agree, and I always,
I'm happy.
I always try to when there is a winning position, I try always to see the possibility to to counterplay if there could be some tricks, and to see if we could see some comeback.
Yeah.
Um, what I think here is very hard because yeah, exactly. The rook on d5
Oh,
is hanging,
ay,
and
ay, ay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's bishop a7, not the best move because white will win the rook on d5 now. Unfortunately, well, black could always hope for a mouse slip somehow. For example, what happens if white plays g3? That would be disastrous, of course, because then queen takes h3 will be mate. There are always kind of stuff like that to hope for. Actually, in the last title Tuesday, I had about 6 mouse slips and I lost. I wasn't playing for any prizes there. Well, yeah.
Oh,
So it could happen. It could happen. Mouse slips are all over the place. So, black could still hope for a mouse slip.
yeah.
That's
But I gotta say, when your only hope is a mouse slip, it means that your chances are quite few.
There's still a chance. But
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example, black is threatening mate. Ooh, I was a bit worried there because black is actually threatening mate in three with queen e1 and bishop g1, bishop f2.
Oh,
White does need to be a bit careful here.
come on. We want rook a1, rook a8. I want to see the mate.
Are you rooting for Pakistan, Alessia?
Well, actually not, but I love comebacks. I love to see, uh, yeah,
Blunder.
this. Oh! Whoa! We have it. Queen e1,
Oh, does black see it?
Queen e1. Oh!
Oh dear, no, it's happening again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Never give up, guys. Never give up. That's
Bishop g1, go for it, go for it. But it's not clear that bishop g1 because queen g1 could also be a way.
no, it's not a way. It's the only way is bishop g1.
Yeah, but it's another check.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
we have
Oh, I
that.
feel so bad for white. White played so well in this game. Oh. Okay, so the mating idea is bishop f2 and queen g1 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Incredible, incredible.
that's so sad. That's so sad for the last players.
Yeah,
Playing so well. Well, in any case, the last player is really showing its worth here. And the rating of 754 that you're seeing right now
yeah.
should be buffed up to, well, at least 1500, I would say. So, yeah.
Yeah, the problem
So,
with this rating is that if you have played few games, it's not accurate. So we really have no idea what should be um, the real rating.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And there are actually a lot of players that actually don't have an official FIDE rating yet. So we might have some very strong kid who's actually on the verge of his first rating, and that first rating might be over 1900 at some point. So yeah, that is the excitement that we have in these matches.
So, Roland, I have a question for you. You showed some empathy with the white players. That it's very hard to lose game when you are winning, and also you have so much extra material. My question is, how to recover after such a loss, especially when you are supposed to play in 20 minutes another game.
It's hard, of course. After losing a winning position, you are gonna be a bit down because and disappointed in yourself. You're gonna be angry, perhaps even as well. So yeah, lots of emotions are flying in your soul, let's say, and yeah, it's hard to recover from that. So what you need to do is just take big breaths, deep breaths, try to forget what happened and focus on your next game. That's all you can do. And some players are better than others at that. And
Yeah,
professionals are really good at this, and they can forget a game quite easily.
yeah. Yeah, the best would be to forget the game and try just to focus on the next one without thinking back at the previous game.
Yeah.
But it's not an easy task, and as you said, there are players that do it easily and player that. Oh, okay.
Queen of one, objectively the best move, but of course, yeah, um, delay of execution.
Yeah,
Queen G1 mate, and it's over. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm very curious to see what the results are. So far, what I've seen is that Myanmar, or the country of Burma, the favorites of this pool, are doing very, very well. No surprises there. And I'm really wondering if Brunei, Darussalam, as also one of the favorites, has recovered from its loss against Myanmar in the first round. But we'll see that, of course.
Yes, sure. We hope to have soon the scoreboard like this we can see. I guess Myanmar, as you said, is by far leading. But I'm curious to see which are the. Okay, let's do like this. I want today at the very first day your bet on the four teams that will qualify from this group.
Of the four that will qualify for this group.
Yes.
All right, sure. Well, I'm gonna ask you the same then, Alessia. Are you up for
Yes.
it? Okay, sure. The number one I think will be Myanmar.
Mm-hmm.
Second, I think Brunei Darussalam will go. I think Fiji will do good, and I hope that well, my fourth one will be difficult. I'm going for Oman, actually. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And I guess the first three has to be the same: Myanmar, Brunei, and Fiji. But I
Mhm.
go for Pakistan instead. Is my fourth.
I knew it. I knew it. Because we just looked at a game between actually Laos and Pakistan. Yeah,
Yes, and
Pakistan won a game, and so yeah.
I mean, I feel so sorry for White, but I feel also so happy for Black because it's so nice also to
Yeah,
win the games in this way.
it is.
So
You have such a feeling of luck, when you feel like you can take the whole world down.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, but for both player because this is a game where there are a lot of motion, was not a straight way. White was winning and it won, but was with some up and downs for both
Yeah,
colors. So the best way is to try to calm down because also to have feelings. I have the word in my hands is not good to play chess. You should always keep calm,
yeah.
blow, and the
Usually,
emotion.
yeah.
Less emotion
Uh,
are involved, and better the chess quality is, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think with that we are finished with round two. So is it time for another break, perhaps, Alessia?
Yes, I guess so. So we are going to be back in a few minutes for the round three. I guess uh, the organization is always better and better, so we are going to see always more games and more countries.
Yep.
So yeah, the last round of the first pool of the day. So see you soon, guys. See you. And yeah, see you. And here we are. We are back for the third round of the first day of the Online Chess Olympiad, FIDE Chess Olympiad 2020. And we are here with Roland, the Grandmaster and Geography Master Roland Priesters. And yes, and we are ready. The third round should start in a while. I would say that we will shortly do a recap about the format of this event because it's complex for everyone. So we want to make sure that everyone knows what we are doing today and what is the whole tournament, how is it going. So, what is the Online Olympiad? Is a worldwide event featuring 163 teams and over 1,500 players. So really, is a huge event. Teams are split into 5 divisions according to strength and are further divided into pools within those divisions based on time zone and strength, clearly, because we have teams from all over the world, and also time zones is something took into consideration. Today is the first day of the whole event, and we are featuring the base division, the pool A. In about 2 hours, 3 hours, we are going to proceed with pool B, and then at 7 p.m. Central European time, we are going to have, how to say it in English? I know in German. Bless you.
Say the German word. No. Okay, thank you.
Gesundheit in German. But okay. So at 7 p.m. Central European time, we have the pool C. So this will be the first 3 rounds. So we will have each poll, we will have just the first 3 rounds. Don't forget that every poll is about a 9-round robin event. So we will be hosting the base division for 3 days. Today we have the first round, tomorrow round 4 to 6, and last day we have round 7 to 9.
Yep.
So yeah, what is very nice about this event is that is a new format also of the team. The team features 2 open boards, 2 women's boards, 1 junior male board, and 1 junior female board. So it's like 3 tournaments in one. So it's a bit various, and every board can make the difference. So it's quite interesting. And yeah, as I said, teams within each pools play a single round robin with players playing against their corresponding boards, clearly. And the top 4 teams, the top 3 teams from each pool advance to the next division. For this especially division, so for the base division, will be 4 the teams that will advance to the division 4. So yeah, that's the format, and I will also, next to the board, you can always have a small recap about what is the base division, what is the how many teams how many teams will advance to division 4. So yes.
Yep. Well, that was absolutely perfect. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough thing to explain. So, but yeah, you said everything that everybody needs to know. I would add one small thing though, and that's that the base division that we are looking at right now, as you said, it's day 1, and day 1 and the next 2 days actually involve the base division, and yeah, so they promote to division 4, and division 4 also is some sort of a tournament, and they promote to division 3 all the way to the top division, and in the top division it will be decided who will play for the prizes. So that's how it goes. A big event the upcoming month will be about all these divisions, and yeah, that's how it goes. So we are at the start of a huge event, and a lot of countries are participating.
Yes, here we are shortly the schedule of the whole event. As you can see, the very last day will be 30th of August. So So it's a long event, over than 1 month, longer than 1 month. So
A whole month of chess pleasure, chess fun with top players participating. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the division that we're looking at are one of the lowest teams that there are. So the divisions are based on strength, of course. So the top teams, for example, the United States, China, and Russia, they are all, I think, in the top division. So those you will see later. Of course, this weekend will be about the base division, and they will qualify to the next division. So, yeah, we are seeing more or less the lower rated players in this tournament right now. But as you can see, these are some of the participants that you can see in the future. So
yes, some
look
big
forward to
names.
that.
Yes, here are the cards of the top male players that you will see in the following days. Tinglir, Nepomniachtchi, Grishu, Karolyan, So, Rajabov, Giri, Mamedjarov, Anand, Duda, and much, much more. Roland, are you representing also Netherlands?
Unfortunately, no, but I have good replacements. No, I am not in even near the ratings that are necessary to qualify for the Dutch team. So Anish Giri will be participating, and he is of course a top grandmaster, 2760, one of the best players in the world. And you also have for the Netherlands, I think Jordan van Foreest participating. So and Jordan is close to 2700. So yeah, I'm nowhere near that level. But yeah, now of course the question back to you: are you going to play against some of the top women players, for example, that we're showing right now on the cards?
Oh no, I will not be facing them as well. I think I'm also one step under them. So there will be a lot of strongers playing for Italy. I will be just a cheerleader
Cheerleader.
and cheering for them. So sometimes it's also nice just to stay on your chair and to watch instead of playing because yeah, I mean it's a nice event for sure. It's an historical event, but it's fine like that. It's fine like that.
Hmm.
And yeah, as you mentioned, there is also, let's mention also the top females player. We will have Oifan, Conero, Goriachkina, Juvenju, Larno, and Zarnizde. Feel like maybe how
Yeah,
to
those
pronounce
are
this. You pronounce it correctly, I think.
exact needs, I think.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we
so
commented together also the Cairns Cup where some of those players were playing there. So yeah.
yeah. No, but this is amazing. These women players are absolutely the top of the world. So yeah, we can be very excited for of course the top division, but we will have to wait for that because we are now only at the start of the tournament with the base division at this moment, at this weekend actually. So
Yes.
yeah,
Sure, and the game have started. So here we are with the first game. We are following the Myanmar, the top player of this pool, Vin Zan Tun, an international master for from Myanmar, and I think there was a. I mean, I saw some trouble, some very in the very beginning of the game. So let's see what happened.
yeah.
E4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, c take d4, knight take d4, knight f3, bishop b5.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Yeah, giving up the e4 pawn. Yeah, we have to mention that it's a tough matchup for the white player. The white player is rated 1300, and the black player is rated 2500. So yeah, that more or less also shows who the favorite is in this matchup for the country matchup because yeah, the Myanmar country is the clear favorite once again to win this match. Yeah, but this is unfortunate. Yeah, losing the pawn on e4.
Yeah,
Um,
there is a famous quote in chess. I mean, not a famous quote actually, but a rule that you should. Is not even a rule. I think is an indication that you should first develop your knights and then your bishops. It's a bit better to bring first the knight out. And can this be an example of that, or and do you remember who said it? Because I don't remember.
I was also wondering who said it. I believe it was maybe Fisher or maybe even someone
I don't know.
uh,
I would say Lasker, but
clear.
maybe the chat knows.
Luster, yeah, that might be a very good guess as well. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's a good rule. Well, okay, but there are of course openings where the bishop is developed first. For example, the Spanish, the Italian, or
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
So and there's a lot of ways you can play chess. So you can also do fianchettos. You could also push the center pawns immediately with e4 and d4. So yeah, chess is a rich game like that. There are lots of ways to play it, but in general, the rule is correct. Just like the golden rule says, you know, the three golden rules in chess
No,
beginning.
I mean, I would say develop your pieces, castle, and occupy the center,
Yeah,
control the center.
very good.
But I didn't know that they are the golden
Tho-
rule.
Those are the golden rules at the start of the game. Yeah. So in that case, White did well, but okay, of course, losing the e4 pawn is not ideal. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let's see how did it go. So here, oh, but this is spoil. We
It's
know
over.
already that there is
Oh.
mate on g2. But okay, let's say shortly how did black won this pawn, because his structure is very nice. So bishop g5, knight take e4,
Mhm.
attacking and what is very uh okay, actually it's just a pawn loss, it's just a pawn not protected, I would say.
Yeah, that's
I thought it was some combination with the queen a5, but actually not, it's just a pawn.
yeah. I was also taking a look at queen a5. Actually, the move queen b6 looks very tempting at this moment to
Yeah.
attack b2 and f2. But yeah, queen a5 sometimes is an idea, although in this case you do not win material because after queen a5 at this moment,
Yes.
white still has to move queen d2 to protect all the pieces, the piece on g5. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was looking at the two, and actually there was someone in the Twitch chat who also mentioned queen a5. Good try. Unfortunately, it wasn't a win of a piece. Good move,
Yeah.
though. You could have exchanged queens, which is good if you're material up. So
Yeah. All right, so let's go to other boards, maybe to the second board of this match. Oh, it's quite, a 2000 against a 2000. So
yeah,
is
actually, isn't this our matchup? Because you said number 4 will be Pakistan, and I said number 4 will be Oman. So this
oh,
is really important for us. We need to check this match.
yes, that's true. That's so true. So we try to do some guess about the four teams that will go to the next division, and basically the first three were the same, and the fourth team was different. So Roland picked up Oman, and I picked Pakistan. So
Yeah.
this is an important game. And the chat is commenting, looking good for white. No.
This is
Okay.
looking really good for white, though.
So what
Queen
do you
takes
think, Roland?
d6. Queen takes d6, wins won a pawn, but black did not grab that pawn. Okay, queen h3 still threatening to take on e6. So yeah, white is doing very, very well here.
Yeah.
So white is material down, but it looks very, very dangerous. If white wins the pawn back, then material is equal, and white will have the initiative still. I would say white is close to winning, but yeah, of course, it's not that easy. Even if you're winning, you still have to make good moves, obviously. So yeah, but this is looking good. Knight takes e6. Materials equal. Both players have 5 pawns, and yeah, but white's pawn structure is maybe a bit better, and white has the initiative here. So very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my team. Oman looking good.
Yeah. I mean, that can be always a comeback. Don't worry.
There can always be. Yeah.
Let's go to check other games. So here we have this is the second board of Myanmar, I guess.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
guess Bhutan.
white is winning.
I guess Bhutan. I guess we didn't mention where Bhutan is, or maybe yes. I don't know, but I will
Yeah,
ask the geography
Bhutan
master.
is the country between China and the Himalayas. So
Ah, yes,
yeah,
we did mention it.
geography master.
Ah, geography master.
Yeah, something. Okay, yeah, but this game, yeah, of course, white is once again the big favorite here in ratings. And yeah, okay, white is simply a piece up after rook c7. Black could play rook takes g3, queen takes c7. That would save black a pawn. Then it will be three pawns for the piece. But it should be still clearly better for white, I believe. Although it's not that easy. I think white wants to push the two pawns in the center, but it's not that easy to convert this endgame. Although I do think that white is clearly better and maybe will. Yeah, I think white is still in good shape. Yeah, I think white should win this.
Yeah, is
So
that
rook takes g3, very good. So actually, it's not three pawns for the piece; it's two pawns for the piece on d6. Very nice move. Yeah,
guess winning
quick,
on the spot?
more or less. The queen has to go to d8 now or c8. White can simply start pushing the d pawn now, and it should be
Yeah.
good. Now, so yeah, Myanmar is the clear favorite in this match. Anyway, I think it would be more fun to check maybe a match that might be a little more exciting.
Yes, sure. So, oh, I guess this is another exciting match. Again, we have Pakistan against Oman. So, it's very important. I mean, might seem not important for the first place, but is very important for the bet between those. So, let's let's have a look at that game.
Yeah. So, what is your first impression of this game?
Yeah, I mean, first, when I watch at a game, I count pawns, I count pieces, I try to understand how is the material. So
Mhm.
here, both player have five pawns, but white has an extra pawn on the queen side, which can be a factor because it will be easier to create a pass pawn. The material is equal, so I guess what is very nice of black that he has three pieces on the D file, so he has the control of an open file. Another factor is also that white has a rook on the A file. So I would say that the position is more or less equal, but I would prefer white for this for what I said that white has an extra
Yeah.
pawn on the queen side, so there are clear chance to create a pass pawn, and this could be a good factor for white. What do you think, Roland?
I think you're absolutely biased because white is Pakistan and black is Oman. And I want Oman to do good, so I'm going to say that I pick black anytime here. Yeah, because, yeah, black, you know what black has. Black has the d file, which is critical in this position. Black can play e5, e4, and try to gain some space in the center. It looks over. Yes, black is winning.
Okay,
No.
guys, it's time to fire the not objective commentator here. So we gotta try to search another geography master that can host for the following days because Roland is not objective at all. Uh, this is clearly winning for white. I mean.
No, objectively, I think you're right. It should be about equal. I do prefer black though because of this e5 and e4 idea.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise, yeah, I mean, black is also a bit more active with the pieces. The rook on d5, for example, has chances to swing maybe. Maybe some ideas with rook h5 are in the air. Maybe, yeah, white is a bit stuck. I mean, the pawns on the queen side cannot really move, while e5, e4 is a straightforward one. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I would prefer black here. And h6 actually complements the e5, e4 break because knight g5 will now not be possible yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then the knight's being pushed to an even worse square.
And what could be a following for white?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think you're right. One of the ideas should be to push the pawns on the queen side. And yeah, a move like knight d4 should also be interesting, perhaps to try and attack the pawn on b5. Unfortunately, the drawback of knight d4 is that black can play b4, and then white cannot take the b4 pawn because the knight on d4 will be hanging. So yeah, I'm struggling to find a good plan for white here, and that's why I think that black is has the better position here.
All right, we will see how the game will go on.
Rook
And
a5, good move, by the way. Good move. Attacking the b5 pawn. So black should probably play something like queen b6 here. Maybe there's also an idea with knight g4 then after that. But yeah, okay, it's very close to equal. Queen b6. Well, I hope he's not listening to the stream. Might be cheating. But on the other hand, I do believe that the position is about equal, like you said. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm interested actually. What about rook a... Oh, sorry.
That would be a blunder.
Rook a1 and mouse leap. Yeah, because rook a1 and knight g4.
Yeah, exactly. That is looking very, very dangerous for white.
Oh, wait. Why is the bar showing -8 for black here? There should be something.
Is it mate already? So maybe queen takes a5, rook d1, knight g4 works. Oh yeah, that works. That's mate. Yes, because of the rook d1, king h2, knight g4, king h3, knight takes f2. King h2 is mate and king h4 is also mate. Very nice.
Oh, amazing. Very nice, very nice. So, okay, it's not so easy to see.
This shows my point that white is struggling to find a clear plan because tricks like the... Oh, is he playing it? Black won. No, black didn't win.
No.
He went back. He saw it. Okay, so here you go. White is struggling to find a clear plan. Yeah, while black has a little bit more activity.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Oman looking good.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a clever one. Okay. Yeah.
So let's see. Oh wait.
So
I guess okay. I mean, I was confused. I see Oman against Turkey, but I guess that this is because I mean, might be that this player is like just now.
maybe he has the nationality of Pakistan but lives in Turkey.
Yeah, could be, or is he has a or the opposite, the other way around. Because if you are staying in a country, you can play for that country, for the online Olympiad.
Okay.
For example, I know that a girl from Iran is studying in Switzerland, and she will be playing for Switzerland in the online Olympiad. So,
Oh wow. Okay.
at least what I know. I will.
So you're saying that if we move to Fiji, for example, that we would be we don't have like a Fiji passport, that we could play for Fiji?
Might be.
Fiji is nice.
If you are resident, maybe, no?
Mm.
If you are...
I'm tempted to maybe move there now.
Won't be a bad place. Would be for sure a nice place there. So.
Fiji Islands are very, very nice, yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the game. So what are we looking at? This is probably, if I'm not mistaken, board 4 or 5?
Yes. And might be the women or the junior. I try to understand it from the picture because the name row 4N is not helping so much. So yeah, is the only indication. The picture seems like a female. I'm not sure, by the way.
It's unclear, yeah, it's unclear.
Unclear.
I think that Oman is doing once again pretty well because e4 pawn is weak and g7 is also under attack. So I think that white will win material at this moment. Or would you say that maybe taking on b2 is a good idea, Alessia?
No, I would never take there. I mean, it gives might be objectively good, but it gives some chance of counterplay, of attack.
Yeah, I think that
So
white is
extra chance of attack.
yeah, the b7 pawn will be a target now, and maybe we can white can yeah already go for a mate here already with, for example, queen takes a2, queen f7.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe queen c6 is actually already winning. Oh no, no! Oh, you hate to see it, you know. Was that? That's probably that could be a mouse slip. Mouse slips like that could really happen.
Oh my.
Oh, white was winning.
Oh wait, is black is the team that I'm cheering for. Pakistan, go!
So yeah, this was so unfortunate.
Oh,
Queen c6 would have won the game instantly
yeah.
because there's no way to protect the b7 pawn.
Yeah, might be that he was considering most like queen. I mean, he wanted to attack the pawn on b7,
Yeah.
and queen f7 was attacking the pawn. Might be that he saw like queen e7 looks so tempting because he's also attacking
Attacking
the
the rook.
rook,
Yeah,
and he missed that the knight can take back the queen. So yeah,
that's so unfortunate. So incredibly unfortunate. But yeah, we're looking at the base division. Yeah, sometimes these things happen, unfortunately. Yeah, so a lesson is to be learned. So yeah, don't give up your queens, everybody.
yes. I say always to my chat, as in life, also in chess, take care of your queen, guys. It's precious. It's precious.
Yeah, it's really precious. Yeah. Okay, so this game is more or less over. Maybe we should move on to another one.
Yes, sure. Okay, I think we are on another board of this match, so that we are following Oman against Pakistan.
Okay.
So, okay,
Your first impressions, Alessia.
yeah, my first impression is never a first impression, so I always count pieces. So I see one extra pawn for white, opposite color bishop, and yeah, and white just play g4. That is my favorite move. So
Hmm. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
exactly, oh my grub. So I guess white, yeah, white is better, by far better, as better rooks, better position, better attacking chances, and also an extra pawn.
Yeah. Yeah. No, white, I totally agree there. White is a pawn up, has the more active pieces, and so white should be clearly the favorite in this position.
Yeah,
But yeah, h5 I like. It's opening up the position. The rook can maybe swing to, for example, c5 after g takes h5 and rook takes h5. So yeah, the c6 pawn is a clear target at the moment, and yeah, white should be good. An idea for black though might be to play b4, but I think that after king c2, black's seemingly attacking prospects are maybe nullified. But yeah, black also does have chances with b4. It's
yeah,
not exactly clear.
yeah, because there is a bishop and the rook looking at the b2 point, I would say. So I
Yeah,
think that after b4 to take would not be the best choice.
yeah. Opening up the b file would be good for black indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, white is also attacking on the other side, is a pawn up, so I would do really feel that white is clearly better. But
Yeah.
it's a long way until black has to resign. So yeah.
Yeah. Actually, white is attacking something concrete. So h takes g6, f takes g6,
Mhm.
and bishop e6 check.
That's correct. Yeah, that's almost a mate.
So
And
might be that b4 is actually too slow because white could take
yeah,
immediately on g6.
yeah, so it's better to first take on h5 and then play b4.
Yeah. So let's see how it will go.
All
Oh,
right.
we have we have g takes g5, rook takes g5, h5, and rook b d8.
Okay, so black is a bit looking for the right plan. Black played rook b8 and now rook d8 back. So I think that's an indicator that black hasn't really got an idea what the right plan is here. So that speaks for white. Although rook c7, I'm not that big of a fan because black can play, yeah, first of all, rook d6, and second of all, move like rook e8 to attack the e3 pawn would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trying to get some counterplay over the e file.
Yes.
Yeah. But still, white looks very good. Maybe a move like bishop d7 would be good, attacking the c pawn, and which also stops the move rook e8. So yeah, white is bishop f3. I was considering, but still black has rook e8 perhaps.
Yeah, counter-attacking the pawn. I mean, there is a
Yeah,
pawn c6 on c6 that may fall. Oh, rook
maybe.
d8.
Yeah, rook d8, maybe with the idea rook d1, but unfortunately that's not possible because the bishop on f3.
So
So
probably, I mean, would be possible after bishop takes c6, but probably white should take with the rook on
yeah,
c6, and
rook
it
takes
did.
d6, and white wins the pawn, although even here black still has counterplay with a move like rook d3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not over by a long shot. It's yeah, but the critical phase is now upon us for, I would say, in this game. White needs to show that this position is better. But rook d7, unfortunately, not taking the chance to get active, and now white is clearly in the driver's seat after rook takes b5. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think this game is going into the wrong direction for Pakistan.
Yeah.
So
No. But yeah, so once again, just a quick reminder, brief reminder, like this is the base division. So we are, as you can see on the left side of the board, there's the explanation of the format. And yeah, it's a worldwide event, so every country is able to participate. Yeah, and we're starting with the base division, which is more or less the countries with the lowest rated players. And yeah, they will decide who will move on to Division 4. And Division 4 will move on to this Division 3, and so on until the top division, where the prizes will be decided. So yeah, we're only at the beginning, guys. There will be a big event. This is a huge event and will take the whole space of August to uh, yeah, be fulfilled, more or less.
stay tuned. All right, let's try to. Okay, we have a lot of results already, so let's try to move to some games with some time trouble. Okay, this seems to be one.
Oh
So,
wow. Okay. Yeah.
new flags.
Oh yeah, Brunei. Yeah. So Brunei, one of the also actually Brunei Darussalam is actually the correct thing because I think Brunei is also the island. So Brunei is I think part of Indonesia as well. But Brunei Darussalam is a country, a separate country on that island. So.
Mm-mm.
In any case, so Brunei is also one of the favorites to win, yeah, to qualify for the next division. And yeah, this game is looking very well for Brunei. They yeah, piece up versus a pawn, I believe, but it's a bishop pair, and both bishops are looking really, really good. So this is
Yeah.
looking very, very good for white.
Yes. Maybe let's move to other games. Let's see here. Okay, we have. Okay, it's the same match. So it's Guam. Where is Guam, by the way?
Guam is an island in the Pacific Ocean. I think it's
You know,
called
the
the Pacific
Pacific
Ocean.
Ocean is huge.
Yeah, so let's say next to the Indonesia, for example,
Okay, okay.
or yeah, close to there and to the east of that. So it's an island in the middle of that ocean.
All right, okay. Got
Yeah.
it. You know, I was called Indonesia in the real language.
What Indonesia is called in the real language?
Kwakwalan.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Where did you learn that?
Because
Were you ever in
I
Indonesia?
mean, we type in the chat when we laugh, we write ah, ha 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 ha. And
Yeah.
instead in Indonesia, they write kwa kwa kwa. That is W, ku, W, ku. So that's why they called Quackwa land. That is, Quackwa is written like this,
Ah,
as a
okay.
different system.
Guac Milan.
Yes.
Now in the chat, they're all doing that actually, Alessia. So there you go.
Yeah, the Quackwa land. I mean, as the Quackwa land. They know the Quackwa land. Good, good. All right.
Yeah, but we are not looking at an Indonesian team right here.
Yeah, not.
They will participate, I believe, in one of the other divisions.
Okay,
Yeah,
we could have actually a look at shortly at the cards, because we can see which team are there. So in the base division, we can. I try to find Indonesia like this. I see where they are. So this is the division 4, and still I don't see Indonesia.
yeah. So yeah, maybe in another division.
Division 3, I still don't see Indonesia. Maybe division 2.
Yeah, they might also not even be participating.
Maybe.
Singapore, actually, it says Singapore there. Ah, there you go, Division 2.
Oh, division 2. I didn't find them.
Yeah, so here you guys also have an indication of where the other countries, in which division they are. So the top countries
Yes.
are actually Russia, United States, China, and actually I'm very sad that the Netherlands is not in Division 1, but hey, what can you do, you know?
Yeah, and our countries are all in division 2. So, I mean, I would consider my countries like Italy, Switzerland, and also the Kwakwaland,
Yeah,
Indonesia,
of course. Yeah.
and you are from Netherlands. So yes, division 2 will be
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, there are simply a lot of strong countries in the world. So yeah, it's some strong countries actually have to qualify still. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Let's come back to the games. So what about this position? Probably we didn't discuss about the previous position, but here we see that is an end game. Black is 2 pawns up, but
This looks like a forced mate.
oh, force mate. Oh,
Yeah. So well, no. White can still play king
H2.
G1. King H2 is met by Queen D2, and then it will be mate. But after King G1, it's not yet clear how Black is going to mate exactly. Well, actually, no, it's not yet clear.
I mean, Queen takes G3.
Oh, yeah, that is perfect. So yeah, then Black is winning. Queen takes G3. Oh my god.
As a piece hanging, so we take that piece. And
King F1, Bishop D3 mates. So yeah.
So yeah.
It's over. And yeah, then this is after Bishop B4. The women FIDE master of Brunei, I believe, is winning.
Brunei, yes. We are also learning new flags, so that's...
I'm trying to remember the flags, yeah.
And it went exactly in this way. So let's see if Bishop D3 is on the board. Actually, many moves are winning, so also Queen takes H3, but clearly Bishop D3 is mate in one move, so...
Yeah, let's see if she finds it.
Yes, mate on the board. Right. GG.
Brunei doing well again. So they're bouncing back from their loss in round 1.
Yes. And here we have another game of the match, Brunei against Guam.
Yep.
And here white is a piece and a pawn up.
Mm-hmm.
So also here is a good position for white. Yep. What we have here is few times, so let's see.
Yeah, just to answer a question that some people are asking in the chat, a women candidate master, which is abbreviated with WCM.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a title that is available when you reach 1900, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, only for women.
Am I on mini rating? How much is the rating?
Women candidate master, I believe you.
2000.
2000 actually. Okay.
Yes.
Well, then we cleared that up as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and for the men, it's I believe 2100.
Yeah.
Or 2200. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. So yeah, let's take a look at the game. Well, this should be mate in two. Okay, no mate in two yet. But yeah, white is clearly winning here. So once again, a good result for Brunei. Or technically Brunei, Jerusalem.
Yeah. Okay, I guess this is quite a one-way game. So let's move maybe to another one.
All right, Pakistan against Oman once again. So Oman once again in the driver's seat because more pawns in the rook ending, and the pawns are also well advanced.
Yeah.
Sometimes black can maybe get some counterplay because the pawn is further advanced, but in this case they're more or less equally advanced. So white should be winning in this position.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, white is just pushing the pawn and
Yeah,
doesn't.
just pushing pawns is good enough here.
Yeah.
A7, rook c8, b5, b6, b7.
Yes.
Nothing black can do about it.
Yeah. B5, B6. The king. Oh, okay. Still
It's still good enough.
completely
Yeah.
winning.
I think you can even grab the pawn on g5. Rook takes g5 is also winning. Yeah,
Yes.
because b5, b6, b7 still wins.
Yes, even this would be winning. Yeah, if even to sacrifice a rook is winning means that everything is winning. Okay, so let's move to the last game of the day. And it's between new countries here. Macau against Somalia. So
Yeah.
a team that we were not following too much today. So what about this position, Roland?
Oof. Wow, this is a tough one. I think that black is winning because 4 pawns up. There is one problem though, and that's the bishop on c8 and the rook on a8. Those need to be developed, otherwise black could be in trouble. But for example, a nice solution would be to move bishop h3 at this point, attacking the rook on f1 and
Yes.
solving that problem with the rook on a8. So we're basically trading the rooks, and now we only have active pieces as black.
Yes.
So yeah, that would be good. So I think that black is winning, but there are still some small problems to solve, and also there is some time trouble here. White has 1 minute and black has 1 minute left, and white has 6 minutes left. And after rook g5, bishop takes e7, and black's task is a lot more difficult because there are now also drawing ideas in that position with bishop g8 and bishop f7 back.
Yeah.
And maybe even mating ideas, actually, with rook f1, f8, and then bishop f7 check.
Yeah. Okay, sounds dangerous for black. Let's see. And as you said, time for black is few, and it's already seems already a draw can be
a draw at least. But maybe white can play for a win here. For example, bishop g8, king h8, rook f8 might be possible. But okay, yeah.
bishop g8, king
h8.
Maybe king g6? Or...
Rook, king g6 was my next point. Yeah, king g6 is probably better than king h8 then. But there are some problems in the position still.
Yeah, white has at least a perpetual here. So...
maybe it's all white has because 3 pawns down still. So it's hard to play against 3 pawns down.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so this is Somalia against which country again?
Actually, I just got the I just realized that this is not the real official game because already Black Sia won the game, but they just rematched. So that's amazing. Just they just wanted to play more. They didn't have enough.
Fun. Why not? I mean, why not? It's online chess. That's how you do that.
And we will stay with them. We will watch this game, how it goes.
Actually, you can see it. We can see it actually because
Yes.
you guys cannot see it, but in on our board, you can actually see that the black player in in this game has already a 1-0 in front of his name.
Yeah, I think they also see the layout because they have also the bar. So
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, by the way, the layout, the names are a bit tiny. We know about that, and it will be improved in the next days. So,
yes, guys, in the next days we are going to. So thank you for your feedback. Also, I tried to make the board. I read someone said that the board was a bit small. I tried to make it as big as we can according to the layout. And we will also make the names bigger, also the color. So it's a long event. You will see a lot of improvements. We are trying to do our best. So
yeah.
let's maybe move to the real last game of. Ooh, this is interesting.
Okay, so Alessia, do you know how to win such an endgame?
Well, I know how to win it, but in practice is a bit different. I mean, what I know about this is that you have to bring your the king to the last, to the angle. To the corner,
Yeah, to the corner.
and then there are many technique, like triangulation, where the player with the rook might get into a zunzwang, where you have to move the rook far away from the king, and then a lot of checks. And
Yep.
white might. There are some position about that. Maybe we will get some of it.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's absolutely what Black should go for here. There is one defense that actually gave grandmasters a lot of trouble, and it's called the 6th rank defense. So, for example, if White keeps the rook on the c file, and the White king is going to move to a4, for example, then the White rook can simply move onto the c file, which you should imagine that it's the 6th rank, and yeah, it's very hard to deal with that setup. So grandmasters had a hard time with that, and actually, but now it's already over after king d4.
Oh,
Okay, missed opportunity there. We have to keep. Oh, queen d8 and then king e6, queen d5 is still winning for black.
okay. King
Oh, king c5 is then
King
possible.
d8, King e6, and King d5. Okay.
Yeah. That's
White Black has to try for sure. I mean, the idea of Black here is to win the rook, and
yeah, of course.
how White is protecting it is to keep the rook next to the king. But there are cases
Yeah.
where even being near is not enough, but there are combinations where you might lose the rook. And this is a
Yeah.
good example. So we have queen b4, but queen b4 was wrong.
It's okay. King d5, you're pushing the king to the corner. So, yeah, this
I
is
mean-
still very much okay. Queen c5, king b7, and then you're going to triangle, like you said, and you will, yeah, push the king even further to the corner. But for example, let's say you play a move like queen e7, check, and the king goes to c8, and then you play a move like king c5. Okay, king a6 played, fine. But if the king moved to c8, then the rook is on the 6th rank, the king is on c8, and then the rook will just move along the 6th rank, and it's actually pretty hard to capture that rook. Yeah, in certain positions.
Yeah, not easy. How many moves is for a draw? Is
50
50 or 75?
50 moves, and then actually, if the 50th move has been played, it will be automatically a draw. Yeah, the Chess.com registers the 50 move rule, so you will immediately see a draw appear on screen.
So
are we close to that? We are now move 88, so I doubt we are close to that. But
yes.
yeah, so Black still has some chances to win this game, but it's not going as smoothly. Now the king is retreating to d4. Okay, but the king is close to the corner, so Black is still in good shape.
Yeah.
Almost there, I would say.
Maybe king d5 now.
Yeah,
And
very good.
yeah, okay, also this move.
Yeah, king c6, queen c5, king d5. It's simply okay. Yeah, you have 50 moves, and that should be more than enough to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so while we are sticking with this game, I'm going to check if there are already some results. Yeah, there are some results. So Myanmar won the match against Bhutan with 6-0. So Myanmar is the clear winner of the first day.
Mm-hmm.
3-1 games, and also against uh, competition Brunei Darussalam, who is also one of the favorites to qualify. And actually, Brunei Darussalam also won with 6-0 against Guam. So they're doing well. Fiji, also one of the favorites, also won 6-0 against Laos. And Pakistan Oman is an interesting match where Oman is for now leading with 3-2.
Oh, so this game is important.
Yes.
Oh, but and he's from Pakistan. Come on, this is important. This game is so important for the match.
Oh, yeah, you're right. This is the last match against of those two. Yeah. So
Oh,
actually, Oman has the queen, right? So you're hoping that
oh
that Oman will
no.
blunder the queen.
Oh no.
Oh no! Wait, Oman is white. No, damn it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't confuse me. All right. Oman is
Come
white.
on, make a draw. Make a draw. Stalemate. Stalemate. Rook b4. Yes.
Okay, rook c3 is important. Okay, and now I think it's quite close to.
Yeah. So now it should be very, very close to winning for black once again. So rook c6 is a threat. Please fall for it. Rook c6,
Oh
queen
my
takes
god.
c6, stalemate. Come
Oh
on.
my
Come on.
god. Rook c. Oh, check. Okay.
Oof. Okay. Close. Rook
Okay.
b5. Oh,
Okay.
no, no,
Yes.
no, no,
Rook
no.
a7. Queen
No,
a7.
no,
Mate.
no.
No.
Ah, yes.
No.
King b6. Okay, so we're still on the way to
Oh my.
move 50. Ah, we're very
Bro.
close to move 50 actually right now.
Oh no. Come on.
So yeah, keep in mind, everybody, this is one of the lowest divisions that we're looking at. So the game level is not on the top level of the Grandmasters, but hey, they are playing for qualification for the next division. So this is important. So yeah, Oman versus Pakistan.
Yeah, I think 69 was the. No, wait. 69. So 120. So there are still
Yeah,
some moves.
so about 20 moves left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come
okay.
on.
Come on. If you win the rook, then it's fine. Then the 50 move rule count starts all over again.
Oh.
Impartial comment. Yeah, I
Yes,
know.
sorry guys.
There was
Okay.
a comment here that we are not impartial, but hey, we're having fun. Commentators also have to have fun, guys. So
Exactly. So I think queen d8 is the move here. Okay, queen d7.
perfectly
Also-
fine. The king is getting closer and closer to the corner.
Yeah, but queen b6 is still. I guess you have to play queen c8, something like that, to lose that tempo.
Or just queen b5 and king c5 would be perfectly fine. As
Okay,
well.
also this check is good, and then king b5.
Push him to the corner.
Go, please. There are 10. I mean, there are 14 moves more, I think. 13.
We should have a countdown right now, like
Ah,
yeah,
yeah, no.
like they do with a rocket launch, you know. 13,
Yeah.
14.
Well, you can
12
do it.
moves and counting. 12 moves
Oh,
and
but now it's just a check and winning the rook.
Yeah.
Check on d7 and
No.
take that rook.
Queen d7 wins the rook. It's over.
I
Right.
think I will be in the blacklist of Oman country. And I will not go there anymore in my life.
I hope not. I hope they will forgive us. Yeah. Okay, so that means that actually the result between Pakistan and Oman is a draw. So they drew their match, and
Yes.
that means that they both get 1 point in the standings.
Yes. So, and this is very important because the commentator did a bet, so, and Roland said that will be Oman the fourth team to go up, and I said it will be Pakistan. So you know, guys, this game was very important. I'm very happy.
Yeah, it keeps excitement for the upcoming days. Yeah, and with that, we actually have the last result. Are there any more games playing, Alessia?
No, this is the last game. So I guess that I will let's introduce what is next. So today
Right.
we had we had just the first 3 rounds of the Pool A of base division. Okay, this is the format, the stage 1 of divisions. So today we had Pool A. In 2 hours in starting the Pool B. So we will have the first round also of the Pool B. At 7 p.m. Central European Time, we will have also the Pool C. And tomorrow and after tomorrow, we will have the next rounds. Tomorrow we will have round 4th to 6th, and after tomorrow round 7th to 9th. So guys,
Yeah.
stay tuned, and I hope that at the end of the game we can show all the scoreboard. Like this we can understand what is leading. But I guess Roland has some news about it.
I have some news about it. Yeah, so the team that's leading currently is Myanmar, who won all 3 games, and that is basically all I know. There are no standings. So far, I do know that Brunei has won 2 games out of 3, and so they are doing very well as well. Fiji also doing pretty well. So those 3 countries are the countries in the lead at the moment, and we will see in the tomorrow and the day after, of course, who will advance to the next division. So looking good for Myanmar, especially. They are looking strong also because they are the rating favorite and to win. The base division in Pool A.
Okay, so all right, I guess we are going to go. Yes, we are going to go offline. We will be back in 2 hours, guys. Don't miss this because the Pool B is coming, new country. We are going to discover new geography. We have Roland, the geography master, and new 3 round are coming. So see you in less than 2 hours here on Twitch TV/chess.
Yeah. Bye everyone, and thank you for watching.
Bye everyone.